Hi everyone, in my last video I was showing how I colour the face in this image, and in this video I wanted to show you how I blend two different colours together. So I'm going to show you how I did the orange balloon, and the two colours that I'm using are Y17 and YR07. And as in my last video, I always have the two colours that I'm blending together open at the same time so that I can quickly and easily switch between the two. So for this one here, I know that my light source is coming from this direction, and so I'm going to want to have my highlight on the balloon around about here. If you have your highlight right up here, you don't quite get the whole round effect. So I usually like to have my highlight just to the side, just off center, but enough so that I can still add some color around the top of this side here. So what I'm going to do, I always try to color in the direction of how I want the object to be. So I know that I want my light source from here, so I'm going to start my shading on here. So I'm starting with the yellow, and this is the color that I'm going to use for my blending, and I'm going to bring in the orange as the highlight and to make the actual balloon orange. So I'm going to start with putting some yellow down and getting some ink into the paper, and so what this will do is start soaking into the paper and create the surface of where I'm going to put my orange. You don't have to be perfect at this point, you're just trying to get some ink onto the paper. And again, in case you haven't seen my last video, I'm actually using Gina K cardstock for this image, and it's been printed. It's a digital image from Mo Manning. So I've got some yellow down, and I'm going to bring in my orange. Obviously I want this to be dark on the edge here. I'll bring in my yellow whilst it's still wet. What happens is the yellow pen actually starts picking up some of the orange colour and just pushes it out. I want that to be more orange, so what I want to do is I just bring in just a little bit of orange that I'm going to spread. Bring it back up over here now. So I'm only actually new to Copic Markers. I used to always colour with pencils and watercolours. So I think that maybe the whole idea of me starting with Copic Markers and with this technique was I tried doing the techniques online, but you really need to feel comfortable with what you're doing, and I just wasn't getting the results. And so I found that if I use the technique of getting some ink down first and then blending on top of that, I was getting a better result. But it could have just been because that's what I was used to doing with watercolouring. It really comes down to what you find to be comfortable, and of course you can always pick up tips from other people and just try it and see what you think, and if it works for you, that's great. So this is starting to be a little bit too yellow. So what I would do at this point is I've got my ink down and I want to bring some orange in here. So I just a tiny little bit like that, and straight away before that line sinks in, I get on to blending it in. And I find that this is, because I didn't have a huge amount of money to go out and buy all the different colours, and I really started off with about 6 different pens, and I started with my skin colours, and I started with like some blues and whatnot, and just enough. I just bought a light colour and a dark colour, just enough so that I could start blending with these different colours. And I found that, of course, I wanted to be able to use all the different colours that other people were using, but I found that I could just do it just with those few colours. And so you don't have to go and make a huge investment in buying a whole kit and a whole set of different colours to be able to make good blending and achieve good results. So I just want to just give that a little bit of colour, and that's it. And that's how I blend the balloon. Hope that you've picked up some tips, and I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Thanks, bye.